We now know the name of the man who died inside a home on Lamont Drive in Lexington.
Hundreds were here in downtown Lexington today to honor and remember Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. at the annual Freedom March.
Well, no worries around here. I mean, it looks really good for today. And look, you're going to have the same weather for tomorrow before front comes knocking it on down on Wednesday. I'll go over the latest forecasts coming up.
Tracking, alerting, protecting. This is WKYT News at Noon.
Good afternoon on this Monday, Martin Luther King Day. From WKYT News, I'm Bill Bryant.
And I'm Barbara Bailey. We're learning more information about the victim of a deadly stabbing in Lexington.
Police say Matthew Donahue stabbed his boyfriend, 40-year-old Todd Schumacher, to death in a home on Lamont Drive off Clays Mill Road last night. WKYT's Kristen Kennedy has reaction from neighbors, and that's our top story at noon. Kristen?
The neighbors we spoke with out here tell us Matthew Donahue and Todd Schumacher moved into a home on Lamont Drive about 6 months ago. They were fairly quiet, and from what we were told, they didn't speak to very many people on the street. Lexington police came out to this home around 7:30 last night. They say 20-year-old Donahue stabbed his boyfriend, 40-year-old Schumacher. Investigators say Schumacher had multiple stab wounds. He died inside the home. Crews took Donahue to the hospital for injuries, then took him to jail. He is charged with murder. Neighbors say what happened here last night is not normal for this area. They tell us police are never out here.
This is usually a quiet neighborhood. Everybody's friendly, no trouble at all, no crime. So this is like the first time it's ever happened since I was born.
Donahue will be in court tomorrow in Lexington. Kristen Kennedy, WKYT.
All right, Kristen, thank you. And jail leaders say that Donahue is not in state right now where he can, any kind of a condition that is, to answer questions. They do not believe that he is capable of granting an interview at this time. State police are investigating an officer-involved shooting in western Kentucky. Madisonville police say Corey Puckett robbed a popular restaurant, which is just across the street from the local police department. When officers suddenly arrived, state police say Puckett moved aggressively towards them. That's when Officer Justine Jones opened fire, shooting Puckett once. State police say Puckett has survived.
The extradition process is underway to get 2 Kentucky teens back to Kentucky to answer to charges related to a multi-state crime spree. Dalton Hayes and Cheyenne Phillips were on the run for about 2 weeks. Hayes was in court in Florida this morning where he agreed to be extradited back home. Rebecca Smith is at our live desk now with the latest on the case. Rebecca?
Barbara, authorities plan to extradite 18-year-old Dalton Hayes and his 13-year-old girlfriend Cheyenne Phillips back to Kentucky, where they will face charges including burglary, theft, trespassing, and criminal mischief. The 2 Grayson County teens were taken into custody over the weekend in Panama City Beach. Police say they went on a 2-week crime spree across the country and are accused of stealing a couple of trucks on their journey across states like South Carolina, Georgia, Florida. Someone spotted the 2 asleep in one of those trucks Sunday morning.
He said that they had received a tip that they were in the Panama City area, actually at a local department store there, and they went in there and were able to pull the video footage. The U.S. Marshal was able to confirm that it was indeed Dalton and Cheyenne.
Grayson County Sheriff Norman Chafin says the earliest that the 2 could be home would be the end of the week. They'll be taken back in separate vehicles, he says. Hayes signed off on a waiver of extradition, and if he hadn't done that, the sheriff could have issued a governor's warrant, but the sheriff never really anticipated that because he says Dalton really wants to come back home to Kentucky. At the live desk, Rebecca Smith, WKYT.
Rebecca, thank you. Hayes and Phillips are accused of stealing a number of vehicles and trying to use forged checks in at least 4 states. They had been dating for 3 months, but Hayes' mom says 13-year-old Phillips had convinced her son and their family that she was really 19. Police are searching for the man who robbed a Lexington Cash Express store.
It happened on East New Circle Road just after 9 o'clock this morning. Police say the suspect entered the store with a gun and jumped the counter, demanding that the clerk open up the cash drawer and lie down on the ground. He is believed to have gotten away in a black 2006 Suburban. The suspect described as a white man about 6 feet tall with a medium build. He was wearing a blue hoodie and baggy blue jeans at the time with a bandana over his face, and is said to have a teardrop under his right eye. It is a beautiful start to the work week, much like the weekend, with sunny skies and mild temperatures. A lot of people enjoying that during the MLK observances today. This trend expected to continue over the next couple of days. Let's go to WKYT meteorologist Micah Harris, live in our First Alert Weather Center. Micah?
Yeah, how nice is this weather? I mean, this weekend was fantastic. We were there in the 50s. We're going to do it all over again for today with mostly sunny skies. A little bit of that warm air sinking in here. They're from the south and southwest. Now, there are your temperatures, upper 40s to lower 50s at this moment. Live sky camera, not just the winds coming out of the south and southwest, but also getting a lot of blue sky. I mean, there is not a cloud in the sky right now outside of our sky cam. Things look fantastic, and they feel good too. We'll be right around 50 degrees. I think some of us will be anywhere from 53 to 54 degrees, depending on where you are. So all in all, it is a really good looking day, and not too bad there toward the evening, going out to dinner later on tonight. Now, off into the next couple of days, our focus, really things continue to look great. I don't see any issues whatsoever until we hit midweek. Now, midweek's a different story, and I'll show you when that front rolls through, coming up in about 10 minutes.
All right, Micah, thank you very much. We've learned that 2 people were hurt after a rock slide in eastern Kentucky. It happened a little after 11 o'clock last night off US 23 in the Whittensville community of Johnson County. Local fire and rescue telling us that the rocks covered the road for a time. A car coming around a dark corner crashed into the debris. Firefighters say 2 men were taken to the hospital to be checked out. The county road department has since cleared the rock out of the way. Prices at the pump remain at the lowest we've seen all year. According to GasBuddy.com, the national average is now down to $2.05 for a gallon of regular. That's down 42 cents from this time last month and $1.25 from this time last year. Here in Kentucky, the average is right in line with national rates. The lowest prices we found, $1.75 in Bowling Green, but on the flip side, it's $3 a gallon at stations in Somerset and northern Kentucky. Well, today is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and cities all across the United States are holding marches, parades, and having volunteer projects in honor of the slain civil rights leader.
Hundreds packed the streets of downtown Lexington this morning to take part in the annual Freedom March. WKYT's Hillary Thornton has more from this celebration.
Each year, hundreds of people come here to downtown Lexington for the Martin Luther King Jr. Freedom March to remember the legacy of a man they say changed history forever.
This man really, gave his life to get a lot of things started.
We care for Martin Luther King, and he had a dream, and we think that that's good because if it wasn't for him, a lot of people wouldn't have the same rights.
The world peace, the word peace, that's the only thing I'll think of when I see this picture. Let's try to have more peace.
Really important because it marks a new, era of how people are treated, and it's kind of big, and even today it's very important in society. So.
There are so many things that many people wouldn't be able to do now that they did, as when Martin Luther King gave his speech. It made a difference.
A total change in my life. Without King and civil rights, it would be a whole different situation. So it means basically that, it's a new world.
Following the march, other events for the day include a commemorative program inside Heritage Hall, followed by a free showing of the movie Red Tails. In Lexington, Hillary Thornton, WKYT.
Programs honoring Dr. King's legacy will also be held later this afternoon in Danville and Georgetown. The life and legacy of Dr. King was also celebrated during this morning's annual Unity Breakfast in Lexington. This is the 21st year for the breakfast at Heritage Hall, which is put on by Alpha Phi Alpha. Dr. King was a member of that organization. Event coordinators say doing work in your community is a great way to honor Dr. King's legacy.
Dr. King always strived to help others, period. This day is an acknowledgement of all the things that he had done, so now it's up to us to continue to stride forward as we try to help others in our community.
Several other central Kentucky communities will also be holding events today. In Richmond, people will gather at 4:45 at the First Baptist Church on Francis Street and march downtown.
It's good to have you with us on WKYT for the noon news hour. Law enforcement officials have boosted security at the Delaware home of Vice President Joe Biden after shots were fired there this weekend.
We'll have the latest on the investigation next on Kentucky's #1 midday news.
Also ahead on WKYT, the cast and crew of the movie Selma took to the streets in Alabama to honor the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. We'll take you to that march coming up on WKYT News at noon.